Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I'm glad you all made it to Jordyn and Sean's big day. In spite of the weather, of course, we get the most snow of the winter on their special day, but Murphy's Law, there you go. Okay. So just a quick thanks to some of the people from Venue 404, Kevin, Jared, Jody, Joe, all the staff. The last 5-6 years, we've really we've made a lot of progress with the venue, and without everybody's help, we wouldn't be in it wouldn't look like it does right now. So really appreciate that. Okay. Anyways, for those who don't know me, I'm Jim. The incredibly proud father of this beautiful bride, Jordyn. Okay, let's make it even more difficult. Make me stand on stage. Okay, here we go. Anyways, trying to sum up what Jordyn means to me and the love I have for her in just a few words is impossible. And it might literally be impossible because I get pretty emotional about my girls, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Cassie's my backup. She has the same piece of paper as me. So, from the moment Jordyn was born, Jordyn's been a ray of sunshine in my life. I remember pushing her in a tree swing in our yard in Marble, Minnesota when she was very young, and singing and teaching her the words to "You Are My Sunshine." She would sing back with laughter and a big smile on her face. Jordyn was always a very happy girl. Every morning, without fail, she'd wake up with a big smile on her face, always in a good mood. I don't know how she does it, to be honest with you. Sean, how does she do it? I don't know. It's the truth. Sorry, I lost my place here. Yeah, she's never grumpy, always cheerful, and ready for whatever adventure the day had in store. When we lived that was our first home was in Marble, Minnesota. I used to she was really little. I'd carry her down the steps in the morning, and I had a buck mounted on the wall right at the base of the stairs. Every time we walked past, I'd say, "Buck, Buck." I was trying to get her to talk, and sure enough, about 3 weeks later, her first word was "buck." So, anyways, kind of interesting, I guess. And adventure. Jordyn was always up for one, and as most of you probably know, she still is. Jordyn spent a lot of time outside while she was growing up, catching bugs and carefully placing them in her little bug house. She'd inspect each one like a little scientist, giving them names and making sure they had a good home. She was never one to follow the crowd. Jordyn has always been a free spirit, carving her own path and embracing the world with an open mind and heart. Whether she was running barefoot through the grass, catching frogs, or setting off on her next outdoor adventure, she did everything with passion and joy. That adventurous spirit carried into her high school years, where she found another love: running. She gained not just endurance, but an incredible group of friends who became like family. Many of them are here tonight. Of course, that included Sean. Sean, from the very beginning, it was clear that you and Jordyn had something special. What stands out the most for me is the respect that you both have for one another. It's in the way you listen, the way you support each other's dreams, and the way you make space for each other to grow while still remaining side by side. Yeah. Hang on. All right. Sorry. Sean's kind of an old school guy. His handshake and his word mean something. And this is coming from the heart. I could not have traveled the world and picked a better man for Jordyn than Sean. I love this guy, I do. Sean, you're a lucky person, not just because Jordyn will bring love, kindness, care, and joy into your life, but because she will remind you to see the magic in everyday moments. She will encourage you to embrace adventure, to find beauty in the smallest things. And as Jordyn has and always will be my sunshine, she will also now be your sunshine. So, anyways, let's raise a glass. I'm going to steal Jordyn's beer. I don't have one. Okay, hang on. Sorry, I got too much crap in my hands here. To Jordyn and Sean, to a lifetime of adventure, laughter, and a home always filled with love and sunshine. Cheers. Thanks. Love you, man. Love you, kiddo.
Dad, you did it!
Really?
I'm proud of you.
Shocking.
All right. At this time, I'd like to invite Sean's father, Steve, up to the stage for a speech. Let's give him a round of applause. Steve, come on up here.
Sean, I love you, kid. That's hard to follow. That's a lot of hard to follow. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Snowstorm wasn't going to stop this wedding from going off today. We know that. Wedding party, you look great. That's a big wedding party. That is a big wedding party. Beautiful. Mustaches, men. The mustaches. Sean put a text out last week, guys, if you don't mind, wear a mustache for the wedding. I said, Nicole, it's going to be a mustache for the wedding. And she said from a different room, really? Another mustache wedding? I recall a time when every wedding was a mustache wedding. Remember that? The 1980s, the 1990s, someone coined the phrase, it takes a village. It may have been Dr. Phil, it may have been Oprah. Who was it, Sheila? Who was it, folks? Somebody give the name. Remember that? It takes a village. It takes a village. The idea being that it takes family and friends and many people to take someone along life's path, right? And I think it still holds true today. In Sean's village, at the heart of the village is Sheila. Thank you, Sheila, for being an excellent mother. I truly mean that. I truly mean that. This wedding may look different if she wasn't the mother, if you know what I mean, okay? Sister Allie, no one could make you laugh harder, Sean. No one could annoy you more effectively. You know that to be true. Big brother Cal, best friend, solid as a rock, always. Good to see you two together. The grandmas and grandpas, I don't know where to begin. It's such a big part of Sean's life, my kids' life, all the grandmas, all the grandpas. Just a big part. Love you very much. Thanks for all you've done. Everyone else that's here today, kids that Sean played t-ball with, played soccer with, baseball, football, ran cross country with, those guys are still here. You guys got to get back on the trail. Get back on the trail. You know? All very important. But Sean wasn't born in a village. Sean was born in Racine. Now, we had concerns he may become a rapper. Instead, Sean became a very talented little tap dancer. Remember that, Sean? Sean tap danced. He tap danced very well. Very well. I don't know who started him, but he did a good job. Sean had a lot of energy as a kid, a lot of energy. Allie and Cal, yes, energy, reasonable. Sean, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. He wouldn't misbehave. He would follow direction, but any chance he had, Sean was going. Kid was jumping. You would sit in the living room. Out of your periphery, you see a flash. And it was Sean, probably 5 years old, jumping from a couch to a chair, then from a chair to a couch, all the while smiling. How do you get mad at a kid that's having a good time doing it? Allie would say, Sean, you're so annoying. Cal would say, shut up, Allie. And I knew it was Saturday morning. That's how things were. I think of the years, the middle years, the school years, 8, 9, 10, middle school through high school, all the friends that you made, many of your friends are here today. All the sporting events, the basketball, the baseball, the splinters, all the time, the travel. The cross-country team, I think, was special. And a lot of those guys are here today. Sean was a good athlete. A lot of good athletes here. He was solid in baseball, solid in basketball, but I think he found his way in cross-country, and I think he found his true friendships with the guys, many of the guys at this table here today. So we leave high school, we get off to college, down in Madison. Yeah, you guys, that house you lived in after you got the dorms. Oh. Now, in fairness, Sean's brother, Cal, spent some time in an off-campus housing, 440, I believe it was, still infamous on campus. I don't know. I knew Cal might be this way. I knew he might be that way. Sean, I looked at he and his friends, the friends that were signing this lease, and I think I told Sheila, I think we're okay. We're going to be all right. We weren't okay. And we weren't okay. And I thought, who is the bad seed? They were all bad seeds. These guys, their house, they were so proud in the basement of you guys know, a Christmas tree made out of Fleischmann's vodka bottles. It was red and white. It was large, and it was impressive. I had the picture with me still today. So you leave a kid's house like that as a parent, and you think to yourself, well, it's kind of clever what they were doing. You know, are they going to pull this together? They did. They graduated with honors. Is that right? Good job, Sean. I believe is your senior year. Is that when you two began to see each other, or junior year, or before that? After that? Okay, but you met on campus more or less. Okay, yeah. Well, Jordyn, what your dad said, I can't say it any better. You're a beautiful girl. You're so personable. You always have something nice to say. You're full of energy. You're ambitious. Doc, you're ambitious. Now you drive a Subaru, so we know you're adventurous. Okay? Sean and Jordyn, you know each other very well. You love each other. You've walked across the country together. Your life will be what you want your life to be. The village will always be here. It'll change shape. We'll add a few, we'll lose a few. That's the circle of life. Sean and Jordyn, all the best. All the best.
Good job,
Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for up next. We have our maid of honor, Cassie Rowell. Give it up for Cassie.
Do I need to go on stage? Hi, everyone. Before I start, can we just make some noise for how beautiful Jordyn looks and how handsome Sean looks? All right, so as many of you may know, my name is Cassie, and I am Jordyn's younger sister and also her maid of honor. Before I begin, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who has made this beautiful day possible and for coming to celebrate two of my favorite people, Jordyn and Sean. Yes, Jordyn may be my big sister, but as we've grown older, I've realized she's more of a built-in, lifelong best friend. Jordyn. Growing up, I remember always begging you to let me, your annoying little sister, hang out with you and your friends, and you reluctantly saying yes 90% of the time. I remember sneaking into each other's rooms to steal each other's clothes, which almost always resulted in a fight with kicking, hitting, and yes, hair pulling. I should also say sorry for all those years I would fake cry to mom and dad to get you in trouble. Yes, I'm admitting that. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for thinking my tears were real. But then, somewhere along the way, those fights started turning into conversations about life, supporting each other during difficult moments, inside jokes, and sharing secrets, like you finally telling me how big of a crush you had on Sean. I realized you weren't just my sister, but you're my best friend. I loved getting to visit you wherever life has taken you. Madison, where you and Sean spent your undergrad years, Montana during your time in PA school, and even Oregon to visit you and Sean during your journey on the Pacific Crest Trail. Fast forward to today, I'm only a couple steps down the hall from you at our apartment, and I get to annoy you every day, this time only stealing each other's clothes on occasion. Growing up with you over the past 2.5 decades has been one of the greatest blessings. We bring out each other's weird sides, and we're always laughing when we're together. I think I can speak for myself, Allie, Shay, and Brady when I say we have always looked up to you, and you will always think of you as a role model. You're truly the best big sister. You have taught me to live life to the fullest, that hard work and dedication pays off, and most importantly, to always see the best in people. I couldn't do life without you, and I'm so glad you found your person. I grew up around Sean, and I remember occasionally hearing about him from Jordyn through cross-country meets, them being in similar friend groups, and later on hearing about this huge crush she had on him. Sean. I will never forget hearing about the trip you, Jordyn, and some friends, Connor, Rourke, and Sam, took to Colorado together. This was back when you and Jordyn were just friends, but when Jordyn came home and started telling me about the trip, she was beaming. Apparently, she accidentally fell asleep on your shoulder, and she told me how later you admitted you liked her as more than a friend. She, of course, told you that she liked you too, and I don't think I've ever seen Jordyn so excited or giddy in my entire life. Then a year later, seemingly without giving it a second thought, you sold your house in Oshkosh to pick up your life and move to Montana to be with Jordyn. That was when I knew you're the one for her. You have always supported Jordyn's dreams and passions. You make the best adventure partners, and you challenge each other to be the best versions of yourselves every day. I've never seen my sister happier. You fit so seamlessly into our family, and I am so glad to call you my brother-in-law. I hope you have as much fun growing old with Jordyn as I did growing up with her. So, to my beautiful sister and her incredible partner, I already know your lives together will continue to be filled with laughter, adventure, and lots of love. I wish you a life where you grow to love each other more every day, you never stop exploring, and you always keep your spark ignited. May you cherish one another through every season of life and always remain each other's best friends. I can't wait to celebrate with you tonight, so let's all raise a glass to the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Jersley.
All right, guys, we're going to save the best for last. We have our best man, Cal. Give him some love.
Thanks, everybody, for coming and braving the storm here. So happy to be here. Time absolutely flies. You know, in a few months here, I'm going to be waking up closer to 40 than 30. Bill and Evan are paving their way as great dads. And when I really think about it, Sean, you're about to get hit twice here. It seems like just yesterday, I was finishing up a game, playing football for the Oshkosh Flyers, loading up into my parents' van, and racing down the road to get to Sean's tap dance recital. I'll tell you what, though, there has never been a better rendition of Jim Carrey's The Mask dance scene than what my brother did. Thank you so much, Sean, for always being you. As an older brother of 7 years, a husband and a father of 4 wonderful children, I look at these two and I see a great life ahead. Jay and Sean already have a strong understanding on how to approach life. They live in the now and they do it together. A prime example is their journey along the Pacific Crest Trail. The amount of planning, physical training, and people's opinions must have been tough. But Jay and Sean pressed on. They put their feet in Mexico and walked to Canada together. Just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Take on life together, one foot in front of the other, and you'll live a full life. Their ability to define and understand what it takes to reach a common goal is a powerful attribute for a couple. To stand before God, family, and friends and say, I do, is a tremendous undertaking. An undertaking that is not for the faint of heart, but for the strongest of bonds, forged between two people that are willing to do what it takes for one another, regardless of circumstances. Lean into your faith during trying times. The playbook is already there. God will always be there for you two. One of my best friends, Andy Hopkins, he's over there. He likes the attention, if you see him. One of my best friends, Andy Hopkins, said to me one night when we were in his shop, when Jay and Sean were on the trail, the Pacific Crest Trail, he goes, your brother gets an idea or a thought of what he wants to do, and he does it. I respect him about that. I respect him for that. He does his own thing. And I thought, what a compliment. So many individuals wake up and they have the thought, what am I doing in this life? Sean knows what he's doing in this life. He doesn't have that issue. He knows he's an independent health and life agent specializing in Medicare health plans. In all seriousness, there have been times where I have failed, as a sinner does, to be a shining example of a big brother. However, my brother Sean has always been there for me. He's been there with a reassuring gesture or a shoulder to lean on. Through thick and thin, I've got my brother. And you can always count on me, Sean. I'm always going to be in your corner. Jay, I'm so excited to have you as a part of our family. You are such a wonderful person in a room and the undeniable definition of a good soul. I know I speak for Haley and my children when I say that I cannot wait to make more memories together. I wish both of you a faith-filled marriage. I pray that it will be the foundation of your relationship and your household moving forward. I love you both. May God bless your union and everyone here this evening. Let's raise a glass to another Jersley out shooting their coverage. To my brother and his beautiful bride, may the wind always be at your back.